That's why Gary was Gary, because of U.S. Steel. Even when you were in high school, if you were old enough, you can get a summer job at U.S. Steel. I started working when I walked in the mill. I had, it would have been in 1968 when I hired in for weekend labor. I walked in and I was just in awe because we'd walk in, it was like a city, and there was all these cranes and everything, and they're hauling this stuff back and forth, and these sirens come up because it was a crane siren, the warning siren. Well, the siren went off, and I didn't know what, I'm looking up, I was scared to death, so I hid behind this beam. I went over because I didn't know what was happening, and then I see they're hauling this. They have these big magnets that would haul this, move steel, big plates of steel and such from one place to another. So it was like a big jolt, If you could picture big furnaces all in a row and say like 14 furnaces or 12 furnaces in a big row, and if you could imagine like on a ship where the guys shovel in the coal, and well, that's how this was kind of like. And they would, an open hearth consists of, it's a steel making furnace, so they take hot metal and they pour it in this which they produce in the blast furnaces. They could take iron ore, they melt it down, they make pig iron and hot metal. They take it over to the open hearth and they charge this in the open hearth furnace, and then they add all these other additives to make the steel. And back in that day, they said it was like making soup. It was all day, it was like an 8-hour process. And they had these ladles, and they'd open up these portholes and then pour this molten steel out into the ladles. Guys would grow beards in the summertime because of the heat from the blast furnaces and, from the open hearths being that close. I mean, they had guys, working with this hot metal with no safety, hard hats and things like that, until the unions came in and things got a lot better, safety-wise. I remember days where it could be 10 below zero outside, and you could walk up to the open hearth furnace and you just feel like summertime, and you're 50 feet away from this thing, and it's like summer. But as soon as you walk away, and then you're like freezing again. And then once you got seasoned for that, you just got accustomed to it. Like when you start out running, when you try to run a mile and you're half dead, you get finally, it was on a daily basis, you got the hang of it, and it became second nature.